Hello and welcome back to Cat Pose Yoga Studio. Today we're working on our root chakra. So learning about the root chakra, it is located at the base of your spine. So as we get started today, I want you to remove any extra flesh from your sit bones and really ground down into that base of your spine area. This chakra has to do with security, stability, trusting in the flow of life. So if you find yourself a little anxious and depressed, this is a good one to look at and to focus on. So today's exercises, or today's practice, is really going to focus on grounding exercises, really connecting yourself to your mat, trusting that your mat is there, trusting that there's something there to catch you, okay? The root chakra is associated with the color red. So I'm wearing a red shirt. I've tried to incorporate as much red into this video today as possible. Red on my whiteboard, you can't really see it. I have a red purse here just for fun, a red shirt. The mantra associated with the root chakra is LAM, or I am. So during this, especially during the breathing exercises, but anytime during this workout, repeat back to yourself, I am, and then followed by whatever it is you're needing to feel. So I am supported, I am strong, I am safe. That's associated with the root chakra. Let's see, I'm going to look at my notes. Base of spine, red, I am, security, stability. So let's get started. So like I said, go ahead and remove the flesh from around your sit bones. And just ground down into the mat. Get into a nice comfortable position. And just take a moment to feel everything on the ground. So maybe push your feet into the ground. Grind your sit bones into the ground. And then, when you're feeling grounded and rooted, lengthen your spine on an inhale. So imagine a straight line from your head, heart, pelvis. Visualize that. Get settled into that position. And then when you're ready, wiggle your fingers and place your hands palms up on your knees or right over left in your lap. I like this position. So stay here for a few moments and just feel everything. Start to notice your breath. Try to ignore the sounds of my dryer in the background. And if you want to, you can repeat the mantra I am to yourself out loud or silently. I am secure. I am stable. I am safe. Whatever it is. Now we're going to start focusing on the breath some more. So what I want you to do is place your index finger underneath your nose and your hand on your stomach. We're going to do some ujjayi breathing. And that's the breathing where you open up the back of your throat, drop your epiglottis, right? And you make that ocean noise, so that, and then out through the nose. It's not a grunting sound, so you don't want to hear, right? It's a gentle ocean-like sound. And we're going to do 3 of those. And what I want you to do is when you inhale, you're going to inhale for a count of 4. And then exhale for a count of 8. Good. Let's do that 3 times on our own, and then after the 3rd time, we're just going to come back to our regular breathing. Exhale everything out. Good. Bring your hands, nothing's working. Bring your hands back to your knees, palms up. Continue to ground down through the earth. Let's do another round of Ujjayi breathing, same thing. In for 4. And when you breathe in, feel your belly expand in your rib cage. Really fill everything up and then let everything go. And this is a good time to start getting into the habit. When you inhale, expand, extend, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, let everything go. 3 on your own. Here we go. Now imagine, if you will, breathing into that space at the base of your spine. Just visualize trying to do it. You inhale, fresh air goes into your nose, comes down, breathe into that space at the base of your spine, and then exhale it out. Good, one more. Good. Inhale, expand. Exhale, let's start to just do some circles. Slow down, so exhale back here. Inhale. Everything really slow. Feel everything beneath you. Warming up the spine here. Good. Switch directions. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Move the flesh from your sit bones again if you need to. Grab a block if you need one. Always have them handy. Again, blocks are great if you need to bring the ground closer to you. So anytime that you feel you should be touching the ground and you can't or you're not, use a block. There's nothing wrong with that. So moving this flesh away from the sit bones, inhaling, lengthening the spine. Wiggle your fingers. Inhale, your hands above your head. Roll your shoulders down and back. Imagine you're holding a big beach ball. Inhale, expand. Exhale, lean to the right. Since we're just warming up, you don't have to bring your forearm down to the ground just yet. We can get there. Think of actively using this hand, pushing this hand to keep the left butt cheek down on the ground, right? So you don't want to be lifting. This is an active warm-up. You're keeping your left glute, I guess I should say glute, not butt cheek, on the ground, okay? Inhale, expand. Exhale, roll your shoulder open, trying to open up your heart to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale. Really feel the stretch on your side body. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, same thing on the other side. Actively keep your right glute on the mat. Inhale, expand. Exhale. Inhale, try to roll your shoulder and your heart open, looking up to the ceiling if you can. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Hands back down to the mat. I just had a glitch in my brain there for a second. Inhale, your hands back up. Exhale, bring your right hand to your left knee. Bring your left hand right behind your booty. Inhale, heart towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist. And we're just warming up, so don't feel pressure to get super deep into this yet. Just feel your body. And if you feel your knees and your glutes start to rise, actively push them down and don't get as far into the twist. Good. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Inhale your chest up to the ceiling, your heart up to the ceiling. Exhale. Good. We're going to do a lot of hip openers today, so I just want to do some gentle windshields. So bring your feet hip width distance in front of you, hands behind your body, and just gently drop your hips from side to side. Just to start. One, I just think this feels really good. And two, just to kind of warm up those hips. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale. Inhale. Again, keeping with today's theme, keep your seat bones grounded into the earth and be aware of your body as you move it. Feel the ground beneath your feet as you bring your knees up. Good. Now we're going to come into child's pose. So bring your big toes together, knees wider than your mat or as wide as your mat. Inhale your heart forward. Bring your hands out. Exhale. Down. So you don't want to collapse into this, right? You want to continue to bring your heart forward. Now imagine you're straightening your spine and breathing into this lower area. Stay active. And this is a good spot to repeat the I am. I am safe, I am strong, I am secure, I am. Insert whatever it is you are. Reach a little bit further on your next inhale if you can. Good. On your next inhale, come on up and slowly bring your feet outside your hips. And I don't know. We're going to get into Malasana. So from the front, it should look like this. The goal is to get your feet flat on the ground. If you're not there yet, up is fine, but that hurts for you. Also, you can sit on a block. So again, with yoga, we're avoiding arching our back, right? So keeping that spine long, and if you need a block to help you do that, use it. Okay? Keep that spine long. I also find it helps if you can get into the yogi squat, but have a hard time keeping your spine long, using a block to kind of push. Okay? Now I'm going to go this way so you can see what my back looks like. Well, and so I can see what my back looks like. So your feet are kind of pointed out, and as much as you can, you want all four corners of your feet on the mat. And again, we're dealing with that groundedness. So kind of play with it. If you want, come up and then come down, move side to side, lift up maybe your right heel and dig into the left, and then vice versa. Physically push your feet into the ground. Oh, maybe it's easier for you if I am this way, but you can push your feet into the ground. And then when you've played around a little bit, settle into this yogi squat. Again, go around. We're creating resistance. Your hands should be at heart center. Push your hands together and take your elbows, push your elbows out against your knees while pushing your knees against your elbows. Creating some nice resistance, nice flat back. Stay here for a moment. Visualize breathing into that spot at the base of your spine. Your breath should be steady. Steady breath, steady mind. If you find your breathing becomes a little choppy, get out of the pose. And maybe get into child's pose, collect yourself, and then come back. We're connecting breath, body, mind. Good. Inhale, push your feet into the ground to come up. Bring your feet together. Inhale. Bend your legs. Exhale. Forward fold. Another one. See, think you're picking up on the theme? grounded. And I think this feels really good to take my hands and kind of massage my feet and press all 10 toes into the mat. Ground down through my heel. You can lean forward, lean back, and center, and then feel that, oh yeah, kind of feel where you feel a little bit more centered and balanced. Breathe into this space, the base of your spine. With each inhale, expand. Exhale, settle into the pose a little bit more. Inhale, wiggle your fingers. And we're going to do some yogi squats just to kind of, I don't know, get our heart rate up a little bit. So you're going to exhale, come down. Inhale, push into the ground, come up. And let's do 10 of these, why not? Engaging your glutes. 2, 3. I guess it's inhale down, exhale, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come on up. Exhale to the front. We're not really doing a flow today. We're just kind of going move to move. So bring your heels in, toes out. Inhale. Exhale. Goddess pose. Tuck your tailbone a little bit. Again, I'm going to look to the side just to see how my spine looks. So you want that straight spine, engaging your glutes, rolling your thighs open, your knees back, knees over ankle. Inhale. Exhale, if you can, get a little bit deeper into the pose. See what I mean about those hip openers? Doing a lot of hip openers today. Steady the breath. Inhale. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, goddess pose. Check your form. Feel it in your body. All right, we're going to do some squats. Inhale up. Exhale. 10 of these. Now we're creating some heat. You should feel some heat generated in your body. I've lost the count. I think this is 5, 6, 7. Down. Hold. Check your form. Tuck your tail. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Checking my notes. Come back to that groundedness. Massage your feet into the ground. Onto the other side. Inhale your arms up. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Bring your feet together. Okay. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, bring them down. And we're just going to take a moment here. Roll your shoulders down and back. Open your palms up. Chin away from chest. Come back to your breath. Again, that mantra, this is a good spot. Check your feet. Ground them down into the earth. Feel the mat underneath you. Trust that it's there. Trust that you're stable, you're secure. And maybe as you inhale and we bring our arms above our head, you can say, I am safe. I am secure. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Good. Now we're going to do tree pose. So these are all poses that are associated with your root chakra. So a lot of them are hip openers, grounded pose, right? Tree pose, think roots. So what I want you to do is take a slight bend in your right knee and then gently shift. Actually, I'm going to do this even slower so we feel everything as we're doing it. So what I want you to do is imagine you are peeling your right foot off the mat, so slowly lifting your heel, your foot, until you're on your toes, okay? Now slowly, ever so slightly shift into your left leg, give it a slight bend, and feel all four corners of your foot in the mat. I don't know if you can tell, I'm doing a slight circular motion with my leg just to feel all four corners of my foot hit the mat. So I'm kind of rolling into my big toe, rolling onto my pinky, and back onto my heel, okay? So really get grounded in that left foot. Inhale, your leg up either above the knee or below the knee, but not on the knee, okay? And now take this moment, find a spot in front of you, still spot to focus on. You can kind of curl your toes into the mat if you need. Excuse me. And again, we're creating resistance, so you're pushing your right foot into your thigh while also pushing your thigh against your right foot. Engage that glute by opening up your hip a little bit. Inhale to lengthen the spine. I'm telling you a lot of things, but really, if you want to focus on anything, just focus on how it feels in your body and focusing on that grounding down. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Find your balance. And it's okay to fall out. If you fall out, the ground will catch you. The mat is there. You can always get back into it. Trust that. If you feel ready, you can inhale, grow your branches, or you can keep your hands at heart center. That's also totally fine. You should feel everything engaged. Exhale. Go ahead, shake out your left leg. All right, inhale the I ams. I am whatever. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Take that moment again to re-ground, root into your feet. And then slowly inhale and peel your left foot off the mat. Once you're up on your toes, ever so slightly shift your weight into your right foot. Slight bend in the right knee. You can do that circular motion on this side too to feel all four corners of your foot. And if you find your balance on one side is not the same as on the other, it's okay. That happens. All right, once you feel grounded, inhale. Foot up, above or below, but not on the knee. Push your left foot into your right thigh while also pushing your right thigh into your left foot. Oop, I'm a little bit more wobbly on this side. Gonna really ground down into my toes. I just found out that too much caffeine can affect your balance. I drink a lot of caffeine, and balance is not one of my strengths. So, fun fact. I think I've stopped breathing. Remember to breathe. Feel it, really feel everything in your root, in your right leg. My ankle is kind of starting to burn a little bit. I'm really pressing into the ground. My entire lower body is engaged. Inhale if you want to grow your branches, feel free. You can stay with your hands at heart center. Exhale. Shake it out. Grounding again. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale, come on down. Hands and knees. Hands underneath your shoulders. Don't hyperextend. Let's see. This is helpful. I'm kind of looking at my form here. Inhale, drop your belly. Look up to the sky. Exhale. Round your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Ooh, I just growled. That's not what you want. So, breathing football. Inhale. Exhale. Neutral spine. Now we're going to swing our feet out in front of us. Again, remove the extra flesh from your sit bones. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale. Engaging. We've talked about this before. When you engage your core, what I mean is imagine somebody just kind of punched you in the gut. And you're engaging your lower abs to lower yourself down slowly onto the mat. I think if I lay all the way down, I might lose my head. Okay. Take a few moments here to feel the ground beneath you. Roll your shoulders down. Press into the soles of your feet. Press your back into the mat. Just feel everything. Good. On your next inhale, you're going to slowly bring your glutes up into a bridge pose. Make sure you're not out like this. You're bringing your hips up. Engage those glutes. Exhale. slowly bring everything down. We're going to do 5 of those. At your own, go with your breath. To really engage your glutes, really think about pushing your feet into the mat, really pushing into them, and you will feel your glutes activate. Last count, let's do 1 more for good measure. Exhale. Good. We're going to challenge ourselves a little bit. If you have a block, take it, put it in between your knees, push your knees against the block. All right, again. Really focus on pushing the earth away with your feet. Inhale. And hold. 10, 9, 8. Push against the block. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Lift a little bit higher. 2, 1. Exhale. Come on down. Remove the block. Exhale. Knees onto your chest. Then taking your hands, grabbing the outsides of your feet, come on into a happy baby. And use this time to take whatever final poses you might need. You can lengthen or straighten your legs if you want. Exhale. Flatten your feet. Imagine you're trying to put a footprint on the ceiling while bringing your knees closer to the mat. Inhale your knees together. And exhale into Shavasana, your final resting place. Now, if you're interested in doing a root chakra meditation, I've included a really great link with this video. I'm not at a place where I feel I can lead anyone in a meditation, but this link is great. I find it helpful, so if you're interested, check that out. Otherwise, take as much time in Shavasana as you need to really absorb what we just did, regulate your nervous system. And thank you for joining me again today. Namaste.